Hello and welcome to my science tutorials. In today's video, we want to look at how to solve linear simultaneous equations. Now, simultaneous equations are equations that have multiple variables. They may have 2 or 3 variables that are unknown to us, so we'll have to solve them simultaneously or together to find the values of those variables. Now, there are two ways of solving simultaneous equations. We have one method we call the elimination method, and then we have another method we call the substitution method. But for the sake of today's video, we'll be looking at the elimination method, and in the subsequent one, we'll be looking at the substitution method. Alright, so let's try an example. So say we have 6h plus d is equal to 40 as our equation 1, and then we have 4h plus 3d is equal to 36 as our equation 2, and we have to solve these two equations using the elimination method. Now, when you are using the elimination method, what you need to do is you need to multiply your equations, equation 1, equation 2, by a number or a value. You do that with the sense that you want to get one of these unknown variables to be the same so that you can cancel out and you find the other. So for instance, I can decide to make the value of h and h here the same so that they will cancel each other out if I subtract them, and then it will be only left with d, and I can find my d first. Or I can decide to make d and d the same and then I cancel them out. So for this particular example, I'm going to make d here the same. So what I will do is I will multiply equation 1 by 3. Then I multiply equation 2 by 1. I'm multiplying equation 1 by 3 because I want to make the d here to be 3d, and then I'm multiplying equation 1 because I want to still maintain this so that I can cancel the 3d out. So if I multiply equation 1 by 3, I'm going to get 3 multiplied by 6 will give me 18h here plus 3d is equal to 3 multiplied by 40 will give me 120. So you can say this is my equation 4. Then I multiply this equation 2 by 1, is still going to be the same. So I have 4h plus 3d is equal to 36. Now what you do is, you can say this is equation 5. What you do is you subtract this equation. So you can say equation 4 minus equation 5. Okay, so that is what you do over here. So you are going to have 18h plus 3d is equal to 120 minus 4h plus 3d is equal to 36. So what do we get over here? Now 18h minus 4h will give us 14h. This will give us 14h over here. So this will give us 14h. Then plus 3d minus 3d will give us 0. So we have 0 here is equal to 120 minus 36 will give me 84 as my answer. So I have here 14h is equal to 84. To make h the subject, I divide both sides by 14. Therefore, my h becomes 84 on 14, that will give me 6. Now that I have my value of h to be 6, I can put h back into either equation 1, 2, 3, or 4 to get the value for d. So putting h is equal to 6 into equation 1 to get the value of my d, I have 6h plus d is equal to 40. That means I have 6 multiplied by 6 plus d equals 40. So my d becomes 40 minus 6 multiplied by 6 will give me 36. I bring it here, it becomes negative, so minus 36. And so my d is equal to 40 minus 36, and that will give me 4. So the value of my d is 4, and then the value of h is 6 as seen over here. Alright, so let's have a look at another example. So we are to solve the following equations, equation 1 and 2, using the method of elimination. So we have 3x plus 5y is equal to 12. This is our equation 1. Then we have 2x minus 6y is equal to minus 20. That's our equation 2. Then we have II. We have x plus 4y is equal to 16. And then 3x plus 5y is equal to 20. This is equation 1, our equation 2. Alright, so let's solve the first example using the elimination method. So if I look through my equation 1 and equation 2, I realize that I can try and cancel out the x first so that I find y and I do the substitution back to get my x. So I will decide to say multiply equation 1 by 2 because I want to make this guy 6. Then I multiply equation 2 by 3 to also make it 6. So if I multiply equation 1 by 2, I'm going to have 6x plus 10y is equal to 24. You can make this your equation 3. And then I can say 2x minus 6y is equal to 20. I need to multiply it by 3. So if I do that, I'll get 6x. 3 multiplied by 6 will give me 18y is equal to 3 multiplied by 20 will give me negative 60 over here. So this becomes my equation 4. From here I can see, let me have okay, so equation 3 minus equation 4. So that will give me 6x plus 10y is equal to 24 minus 6x minus 18y is equal to negative 60. Right, so 6x minus 6x will give me 0x, so it is 0, so I can leave that. Now 10y minus minus 18 becomes 10y plus 18, and that will give me 28y is equal to 24 minus 60. This 24 here minus this minus 60, so it becomes 24 plus 60. That 24 plus 60 will give me 84. So I can divide both sides by 28, and then this will give me y value, which is equal to 3. 84 divided by 28 will give me 3. So putting y equals 3 into equation 1. Okay, you can put it into equation 2, equation 1, equation 3, or equation 4, any of them. So if I do that, I have 3x plus 5 multiplied by 3 is equal to 12. So I have here 3x is equal to 12. 5 multiplied by 3 is 15. Bring it here, it becomes negative, so minus 15. So 3x is equal to 12 minus 15 will give me negative 3. So the value of my x, so I divide both sides by 3x is equal to minus 3. Divide both sides by 3 by 3. My x is equal to negative 1. So it means that the value of my y is 3, the value of my x is negative 1. Alright, so let's go ahead and solve the second aspect of this equation. So let me quickly erase. Alright, so for II we have x plus 4y is equal to 16 as our equation 1. Then we have 3x plus 5y is equal to 20 as our equation 2. Now I see that if I multiply equation 1 by 3 and this by 1, I will get 3x 3s here. I can cancel it easily, so I do that. So I multiply equation 1 by 3, and I multiply equation 2 by 1. So if I do that, I'm going to have 3 multiplied by x will give me 3x plus 3 multiplied by 4 will give me 12y is equal to 3 multiplied by 16 will give me 48. If I use 1 to multiply everything here, I'll still get 3x plus 5y is equal to 20. Now all I need to do is to subtract. Okay, let me say this is equation 3, equation 4. So I can subtract equation 4 from equation. I can subtract equation 4 from equation 1. So let me do that. So if I do that, I'll get 3x minus 3x will give me 0x here. Then I have 12 minus 5y will give me, this will give me plus 7y is equal to, I have 48 minus 20, and that will give me 28. So it means I have 7y is equal to 28. I divide both sides by 7. I have my value of y to be equal to 4. Now putting y equals 4 into, let me put it into equation 2 this time around, I'll get, over here we have 3x plus 5y, this is 4, is equal to positive 20. So we have 3x plus 20 here is equal to 20, and this implies that we have 3x is equal to this 20 here minus this 20, because we are sending it to the other side of the equal to sign. So we have 3x is equal to 0. We divide both sides by 3. We have x is equal to 0. So it means that my x is 0 and then my y is equal to 4. So this is how we solve simultaneous equation by the method of elimination. Now in the next video, we'll be looking at how to solve simultaneous equation using the substitution method.